You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
The following broadcast is brought to you by Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast is not affiliated, nor do our opinions reflect those of WWE, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other professional wrestling promotion.
How's it going? I'm Sheamus, and you're listening to the Marked Out Podcast.
Monday Night Raw completed. Recording and streaming software activated. Botches recorded. Smart Mark hosts in position. Moveset active. Cheap pops prepared. Phone lines enabled. Chat board open. Big ass topics set. Rawson awards in place. It is now time for Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Rawson edition. Your host that knows the most. Brody Raw.
Drink it in, man.
All right, guys, let's get ready to do this thing one more time. It is Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, Rawson edition. Rody Rob, as I'm going to attempt to take the reins of my own damn show for the first time in about a month.
It would seem that way.
It was, and I'm gonna throw some props at you, Adam, later in the show. So don't get all fucking cocky on it right now.
I'm not getting cocky. I am so excited not to have the hosting duties tonight and just kind of mark out with you guys. It's kind of nice to take a backseat for a change.
It means that somebody might be able to hear our show after we're done with it.
Oh, come on.
Not letting it go.
If they want to listen.
Dude, I don't really care that I pissed you off. I'm upset that I ruined it for Brian.
I don't. Well, there
Thanks
you go.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody's like, mighty colorful mug, Rob. How you feeling, Rob? I'm doing good. In here on our panel, we have Brian the Heavy.
What's up, guys?
Stone Age Steve Awesome.
How's it going?
The madman himself, Mr. Medine, is in the house.
Hi.
And of course, you heard Adam Bomb's the shit he's got to say.
Of course.
And let's see, on the board we got Double G Gaming. Noah is there. Juan is on the board. Daniel Price and Christopher's on there as well. He says, if Rob was there, the show would be on time. We were
what did Juan say just now?
We were a little bit behind, and Steve's going to be on a chat board as well. We're a little bit behind today. Juan says Adam's a cock, so that happened.
Right. That's
correct.
So let's do some, we're going to jump into some dirt sheets in a minute. We got our extra big-ass topics. We got our Rawson Awards. We're going to do some plugs, some new segments we're going to try out. So let's try some new things tonight. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get this out the way.
Housekeeping?
No, thank you. Sleeping.
Housekeeping?
You come back in an hour.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes. Follow us on Twitter and chat with us throughout the week at Smart Mark Show. Send your thoughts and opinions via our email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us to get a better look inside our faction on Instagram at Marked Out Wrestling. Call us during a live broadcast or leave a message for a future show on our U Record Studios fan line, 704-444-0084. Like us on Facebook to argue politics and religion at facebook.com/markedout1. That's marked out the number 1. Finally, see what is coming up throughout the week on our website, www.markedOutWrestling.com. Get connected.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this now?
Oh, it's you.
Can you dig it, sucker, sucker?
All right, let's jump into the world of rumors, innuendo, and all the stuff that might not be true. Let's start. Steve, awesome. Take us there. Dirt sheets.
Not a lot in the rumor world, but there's a few stories out there I thought I'd talk about. They mentioned us on the show tonight, but I thought it bears noting again. There's going to be an Andre the Giant documentary to premiere on HBO.
Hello, lady.
They're both collaborating to produce the documentary film, and it's going to explore his whole upbringing in France and everything. So,
Bill Simmons, who was the brainchild behind 30 for 30 for ESPN,
same thing,
is the guy who's pretty much running this thing. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, Bill Simmons is like a sports mark.
I love Bill Simmons.
He's cool. All right, what else you got, Steve?
Linda McMahon's hearing is tomorrow. It's scheduled at 11 a.m. She's, be confirmed for the Small Business Administration head, and she's got support from both sides, so it should be approved tomorrow.
Yeah, it looked like she was pretty clean to go, both bipartisan, so she's going to make it through.
Kind of the cool thing, like somebody interrupted it.
Good thing, bad thing?
Heel turn thing.
It's an indifferent thing. I mean, like, you could say that she could use some favor from the SBA for WWE, but I really don't think it matters with this for her at this point. The Democrats like her, Republicans like her. Cory Booker was sparring with Triple H in the Senate room the other day.
Right.
I mean, it's what it is. Congratulations. I have no. Look, I'm a different persuasion when it comes to politics than they are, obviously. But Linda never sparked me as somebody who's malicious in thought process. Maybe just we disagree on things, but she'll do fine.
I think so too.
Yeah.
There's the latest news on WWE doing another draft. Vince McMahon has talked about the brand extension during a shareholders call, the fourth quarter call, and
shitholders.
And he's said the split has been good so far, and he explained that there are new crossover viewers now because of the SmackDown brand and what they're doing. He also talked about fresh talent being switched from brand to brand, using Roman Reigns potentially jumping ship to SmackDown as an example.
That's not fresh talent.
But anyway, he said he mentioned it's hard to create new stars in just one show, and the brand split.
I've been trying to do it with one guy for 4 years.
Others to climb the ladder of success. And in regards to the next draft, the Wrestling Observer reported that the company is planning on having a draft sometime this year. Sometime in between, after WrestleMania, of course, but before SummerSlam.
I didn't mind when they did the mid-year draft things, when they did a match, when they put like Sammy against The Miz, and the winning guy got a draft pick for the other team's show.
I like that.
I like if they do it that way and make it like a 2-episode, draft show thing. But I hated when they would do it when it was just exclusively on Raw. They would have both competitors, and none of them would go to SmackDown.
Right.
Then it felt like you truly are the redheaded stepchild, as you would know, Steve.
Well, whatever they do, I would like them to do the whole roster again, and then draft Roman Reigns to SmackDown, so you and Bob can deal with him.
No.
Yeah, Bob would like it.
You said fresh talent.
Well,
Steve.
but he
not
used
fresh.
Roman as an example, so it's kind of
Roman's fresh.
Anyway,
he was last night.
One more thing. According to Forbes, WWE data proves that pushing Goldberg is actually best for business. The article cites says DVD sales being on par or better than Triple H, CM Punk, Rock, and Taker, that kind of thing.
Also, only Goldberg fans would still buy DVDs.
The Monday Night Raw ratings increase when Goldberg is on. And
no, it's because NFL football has not been on.
Survivor Series versus Lesnar was the number 5 most viewed show on the network.
Rob said it.
This forced our hand at the expense of diehard fans like us who have part-timers getting a push over full-time talent. I guess the money and ratings talk.
Yeah, Rob said it. The Goldberg fans are so old and so out of touch that they're still buying DVDs from Walmart, because I think that's the only one, other than my shameful ex-employer I won't name, selling WWE DVDs at this point.
Right.
Everybody else is streaming it. So that's why the sales spiked, is because they brought back an old-timer. You got to look at everything with a grain of salt.
The ratings have gone up because Monday Night Football has gone off.
Right.
Well, they're going to use that kind of
This is just like those little spots where they would come up with those off-the-wall, different type of records or styles. Exactly.
Episodic show.
Right.
By the way, and I know they got a lot of partnerships with ESPN, and I mock them off the air all the time, but ESPN will do that. This is the first time that Baltimore has beaten Boston on a Tuesday when it rained in July in 20 years.
Throughout the week, I put on trivia shows, throughout town, and one thing that I have looked up so many times to try to find the list of Ask at My Trivia Show is like the top 10 longest running episodic shows ever. And if Google's like, that's not a word, then guess what? That's not a word.
Yeah.
Episodic is not a fucking thing.
I bet you they trademarked it and made it like a word.
You got anything on the board, Stevie, before we move forward?
Daniel Price said Cena's bailing after WrestleMania, gone till Survivor Series, and Reigns is moving to SmackDown. Wouldn't surprise him.
Yes.
He's Wyclef John, gone till
Juan
November.
Rodriguez says, oh, God, no, go Ambrose, Raw, and he'll still be in the Shield again. He's wanting that kind of a scenario.
I'll take Ambrose over Roman.
I've got something on the
Shield
dirt
kind of
sheet.
thing.
Okay. Let's finish the board up and then we'll jump on.
Go ahead. See, Noah said Goldberg sucks ass.
Oh, well, yeah. I saw that part.
Goldberg.
Wow. That's nothing new.
What you got there, Medine?
So if anybody saw the Grammys last night, they may have saw Tribe Called Quest performance with Busta Rhymes, and they had some, anti-Trump things to say on the stage. Well, WWE Hall of Famer.
Are you doing a news conference over there with all the microphones? Is that what you... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, here we go. That's important. He's just remembering his Saturday night.
Right, go ahead.
WWD.
WWD.
Double D's.
World War Double
D's. I'm not thinking about those yet. That's
Holler.
the Giggity Award. WWE Hall of Famer Animal from the Road Warriors took exception to that performance. And he had some anti-Islamic comments to make, as well as
Is anyone
anti-Hispanic
anybody-
comments. I don't know exactly what he said. It was on Twitter. I don't want to paraphrase.
Would anybody?
But I know
be
that it was
surprised?
negative.
Anybody surprised there?
I'm not super surprised. Just a little disappointed, maybe, that he took to Twitter to even voice what's the point, really?
Yeah,
I heard he
keep your hate
apologized.
to
He
yourself.
tried to retract, but
He's a good old boy. Yeah,
He's a
we
good
know.
old northern redneck.
he's
that
a good
grew up in the
brother.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some good old boys.
I don't know.
Look at him.
Kinda took maybe-
Brian's reminiscing back to the news
It
days.
disappointed me.
No, I'm just watching Roman. I'm just. I'm
that's
sorry.
why
Yeah.
I looked mad. I was like,
just-
it's
yeah,
Damn,
I'm
why'd you
sorry,
have
I'm a
to
little
bring
quiet.
them up?
TV's right
They
behind
missed
me.
the show open.
Okay. And any more dirt sheets from anybody? We're good? All right, let's move on.
We're good.
All right. So let's do some extra big ass topics for the evening. And here are 5 topics we're going to cover for you. Topic number 1 is going to be, how many divisions can he kill?
Boo.
How many divisions can he kill? Topic number 2, I don't need to be his heavy.
Yay.
Number 3, and I don't need you to chime in on every fucking title. Number 3, you just made the list.
Yay.
Number 4, what in the ever-loving fuck?
Boo.
And number 5, predictable? Well, kind of. All right.
Yay.
Shut the fuck up, man.
1.
I want this show to be a fun one. We've been angry the last
That
couple
is
shows.
fun.
No, it's not as annoying.
Steve liked it.
No,
Brian liked it.
I did not like
the
it.
first time it may have been like, it wasn't fun. All right. Topic number 1 for tonight's recap is going to be, how many divisions can he kill? And of course, we get Roman to start the show out with Stephanie, which nobody wants that to begin with. But then, remember the CM Punk controversy where they're like, Punk, make Roman look big, right? Make him look strong. Well, how would you do that going into a match with Braun Strowman? You put him against not a tag team, but a tag team champion. This is the champions of the fucking division. And you say, go out there and destroy the champions of our tag division.
Have them run away and retreat.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Just beat Superman, punch the fuck out of him.
Didn't they learn anything from last night about having a tag team go out there and, I mean, a 2-on-1 match? I mean, it just looks the other, even if it's a face and a heel, it doesn't matter. I mean, having a 2-on-1 and just having that team lose, especially your tag team champions.
The ones that it took you forever to get over as champions to begin with.
Let me piggyback off of that. Didn't they learn not to squash their tag team division last night?
Right.
Because that's what SmackDown did last night, and Raw found a completely different way to squash theirs tonight.
So yeah, if you look at it, if you take the Roman element out of it just for a second, we'll bring him back in, unfortunately. But if you just look at that for a second, all the tag team situations tonight end up being Cesaro and Enzo. That was tragically horrible, right? And then you've got Gallows and Anderson, the champions, fighting Roman Reigns, which in itself was just a horrible example of professional wrestling, period, end of story. But there was really no example of tag team wrestling at all tonight. Then you had Bo Dallas and the New Day.
Oh, Bo Dallas came back?
Yeah, and poor Bo, Bo gets no love. I feel sorry for
He got rotunded.
But tonight was a shit night for wrestling in general. I don't think the wrestling was too spectacular overall.
Some good stories, but yeah, you're right.
But the tag team element, I mean, and I think it's let off with Roman killed the division at the start of the show, so why even show it for the rest of the night?
I feel like off air, Vince is in a room with creative. And if you've ever seen any of these reality shows where you get an immunity challenge, they make you compete for this. They're like on one of those fashion shows, they're like, here's a solo cup, make a dress out of it. And you have to do that. I feel like Vince is giving each creative team on Raw and SmackDown a challenge. Who can destroy the tag division quickest? Go. And that's why they're competing here.
Yeah. Steve, what you got on the board, man?
Christopher Strikeleather says Gallows and Anderson are just a joke. No one takes them seriously anymore.
But is it their fault?
It's not. I don't know.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
Noah Kuhn says, remember when tag teams were actually protected in the 80s? I'm not sure what he means by
well, we talked
protected.
about it last night. Is that, especially in the 80s and even the 90s, tag teams were the maturation. Are you okay, Adam? Are we going to have a sneezing show today, or are you going to get through it?
Maybe.
Tag teams used to be the maturation, the pots where
you started.
Where the young guys would learn how to wrestle and learn how to become oh my God, right into the microphone. Jesus, go somewhere.
It's almost like a year ago this actual thing happened. It's like clockwork.
Horrible.
Daniel Price said, people give me shit for saying this, but Vince wants everyone he stole from New Japan to be damaged goods if they go back when their contracts expire.
Oh, God, no. I can't. I mean, he's been doing that. They've been doing that forever. And now with all them bringing all the indie guys in now and letting them actually do their, letting them shine, I can't see him shooting himself in the foot like that.
Hey, what is he going to do, Brian? Is he going to gut his whole fucking roster, let Roman Reigns destroy all the old Japanese wrestlers and the TNA guys? I mean, at some point, you got to look at this and go, Vince, what in the everlasting? Just shut the door as hard as you want to. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Right? Whatever you want to do. Just sneeze, shut the door hard. Hey, you know what? Get a drum kit. Let's get a drum kit in here. You can just play that during the fucking show.
Whatever would make it better.
Yeah, Jordan Kirkland said Roman didn't need that first segment. He's been pushed as unstoppable his whole career. So what's the point in having him beat the tag champs?
Yeah. It could have been anyone else.
Anybody.
Why put the tag champs in there?
It could have been Shining Stars. It could have been.
And they didn't even let him beat him down. He got back up and he stood tall at the end.
Yeah, but
Bullshit.
the champions.
No, they retreated. It wasn't even that he
That
stood
too.
tall. They ran away.
Yeah.
2-on-1 and you run away. That's like the weakest showing.
And it's not. And not even to mention that Gallows. You look horrible. I'm sorry. Me and Steve were talking about the Donald Trump tan he's got going on, and the beard is just going.
He's always been a spray tanner.
I know, but
The orange,
it was.
the orange look is
And
not
I know
good.
there's some funny dudes, but that was a little bit much tonight. I mean, that beard is getting dangerous, like almost like
painted on.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's a bad dye job.
It's the Police Academy liquid cement shit they put in Mauser's hair. It's horrible.
It looks just like Hogan's dye job, I think.
Yeah, but the contrast of this is, so Braun gets to fight Mark Henry to look big, which that worked out for him, I think.
Yeah, it was weird, but it still got the job done.
But
To squash a former champion, a guy who's known for being a monster brute,
okay,
strong
sure.
guy.
But why do you need Roman to beat two guys? Why do you need that?
Because he can't lift a guy like Mark Henry. He can't do a match.
No, you're right. It's the shame. It's a travesty.
I'm just surprised that actually that Gallows and Anderson didn't even. I mean, I know people have to, they have to stay in their place, but they didn't even. Do you think like they could have like spoken up or anything, or I mean, said that, hey, we don't know. I mean, they've been treated like this since they've got here, and now they're gonna job out to Roman.
Well,
Maybe they were happy to be on his DVD.
Christopher's saying, it's absolutely WWE's fault. They should just have left them in NJPW if this is the way they were going to be used. And I'm wondering with Gallows and Anderson if it's more of a, hey, kind of twilight of my career, paycheck time.
Get the big payday.
I'll take the bumps.
I could see that.
Who cares about my legacy? I'm not going to make your Hall of Fame at this point anyway. Festus is not going to get in, and Gallows is too on the back end of his
That's
career
what
to get
Daniel
in.
Price says.
Gallows and Festus
Gallows
are the
maybe,
same guy.
Well, Festus again.
Yeah, so I don't know.
All you got to do is ring a bell.
Yeah,
I do know one thing. Let's go ahead and move on to
2.
And topic number 2 is I don't need to be his heavy. Now, we talked about many times watching Taker promos and watching a crowd go dead silent. Or when Bobby Roode was talking to the NXT crowd the other day, the crowd went dead silent.
Respect.
There is that level of respect on that name, right?
Oh, yeah.
And tonight, when that segment started with Samoa Joe, not only was the in attendance crowd quite quiet and paying very attentive, the crowd in this room, who was usually not, especially Adam, was quite quiet and very attentive.
Respect for the Joe.
And I have to say that I have not seen a vicious, unapologetic heel character on the roster that fascinates me the way Joe does, especially being somebody who I did not enjoy Joe because I didn't know him in TNA. This is my first go around with
Well, and he said, I'm going to change the game. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to make allies. I'm not here to show people up. I don't care what anyone thinks.
Put you on
I'm
the
here
shelf.
to destroy and put you on the shelf. And if Seth Rollins wants to come back, I'll put him on the shelf again. He's like, I've already taken out in 2 weeks the 2 top guys. He goes, I took down the man and the guy.
Yeah.
It was just great. And he even steered Cole away and go, I'm not Triple H's puppet. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to because he gave me the opportunity.
But,
I don't need to be his heavy.
His picking on Sammy, does that diminish?
No,
or is he going to move past Sammy?
No, that gives Sammy a little bit of a push to be as part of this story there and give him some airtime. He came off a win over
the way
Rusev.
he's going about just going through the roster.
Obviously, what was going to happen here is you were going to have Seth Rollins and Joe at Fastlane, right, Brian? What do you think? Obviously,
Is he going to be Seth ready to go by
That's kind of the way that it looks.
well, so if Seth,
So Seth Rollins will be ready?
no. What I'm saying is he's not ready by Fastlane.
It was supposed to be.
There is a chance that he's ready by Mania, although they made a comment tonight that maybe not. But if he's not going to be at Fastlane, you need to get Joe out of the gate. He needs to get out of the gate. Who can he go out of the gate on that he doesn't need a lot of prep time on, that he can start a quick little feud with and have a good little match? Sami Zayn will give him a decent match where Sami can get beat to hell. He'll still be fine because Joe is the destroyer, and they move on from it. Here's your Fastlane match.
It's not against Sammy, though. They could do Sammy on a Raw.
No, they'll do
yeah, but I mean, the fact that I mean, I think that the reason they would do it is just because of Sammy's selling ability. I mean, he makes guys look like $1 million.
And what's Sammy going to do at Mania? I mean, what the Memorial Battle Royal fucking?
I'm just saying, Sammy's more like the guy you would be like next week on Raw. Fight Sami Zayn. I think Fastlane, you give him somebody a little bit better.
I think that's more like Bo Dallas. Yeah, Sammy, I give him a Fastlane pay-per-view. I mean, he's in your house,
and that's a good undercard for that pay-per-view because right now Braun and Roman are going to be the headline, and so is KO and Goldberg. So that's a good undercard. I don't think it's bad. Joe versus Zayn, not bad.
No, let's check it out. Steve, we got anything on the board, bud?
Double G Gaming mentioned that they took the sound out during the promo from the crowd noise.
I don't know if that was 100. If they took it 100% out, I'm sure they would pipe it up and down, but I don't think you fully pulled it out. But go ahead.
And Zayn versus Joe at Fastlane. Christopher says that. Mr. Macho Me's with us. He said Zayn equals Raw Ziggler.
Oh no!
You think?
I think Ziggler's a check. Well, I don't want to talk about SmackDown. Okay. Fuck that.
Plus, we've talked about Ziggler.
Let's say what's up to Mike Smith is on the board. Mike Smith, what's up? Okay, so
I knew a Canadian name.
Thomas Struble said separating himself from Triple H is what made the difference.
Who's that?
I guess he's talking about Joe.
Joe. Oh yeah. Look
in the promo.
I don't know what puppetry that Triple H did tonight with Joe and with KO, but I'm intrigued by what's going to come forward with it.
You think KO's part of the puppetry too?
Obviously. Oh, I think that's very clear from
he was talking
to Triple H.
Yeah, they showed that.
Well, hold on.
I think
getting right into it.
Yeah. Okay. So number 3.
3.
You just made the list. So we saw we all anticipated this happening at some point. I don't know. I thought it would be tonight.
I thought maybe at Fastlane.
I thought maybe Triple H called in his mark tonight and said, "Remember, I gave you that Universal title, and if you want Joe,
like a fucking buffoon,
if you want Joe to come help you and attack Goldberg at Fastlane, well, guess what you got to do for me? You got to take out Jericho tonight because I'm done. I don't want him around. He's not part of my plan. Get rid of him.
Yeah,
toss him aside." And that's where it came out of nowhere. But the reveal. The list of KO, the reveal, I thought was brilliant. I really loved it.
Yeah,
the whole promo, the whole friendship of the Festival of Friendship was great tonight. I thought.
Oh, he sold the shit out of it in the beginning.
Gilberg.
But here's what I like about it. And look, we knew again the predictability of Mania is not necessarily on the upper level, right? We knew that it's going to be KO and Jericho at Mania. We knew that.
Yep, we're just waiting for this.
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
But what they are doing to try to add maybe a little bit of suspense to everything is. Now Triple H has got his hand in the pot, and you've got KO on one hand, you got Joe on the other hand. So how is this going to stir? How is the pot going to stir? All right, so interrupting our intellectual conversations as usual. Let's jump in here. Noah, what you got, bud?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, I'm sorry to kind of interrupt you while you're doing your segment, but I just kind of want to comment on this segment because I just absolutely loved the Jericho Kevin Owens segment.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I can't remember the last time I watched something WWE-related that made me laugh just as much as this segment did. Like, from start to finish, it was just absolutely phenomenal. From Jericho getting all...
Any more analogies you want to throw out there?
Or superb?
Wait, what?
Hyperboles?
Hyperbole.
Hyperboles. Go ahead. No, tell us more. Come on.
Supercilious.
Tell us more.
Like, just everything from start to finish is fantastic. Like, Jericho getting all his catchphrases in, his gifts for him. That painting alone, oh, my God.
I wanted that painting.
If WWE sold that on WWEshop.com, I would totally buy that.
It's going to happen,
yeah. Rob's already picked the spot out on the wall.
Oh, yeah. So here's the question, Noah. Was this...
Is it by Kiera's Rock Poster?
Oh, no. I can never touch that. Here's a question for you, Noah. When it comes to that segment, the whole friendship of the Festival of Friendship, whatever, did you enjoy more the comedy of the segment, or did you enjoy the turnaround at the end of it?
Oh, I would say I enjoyed the comedy more because, like, I think we all kind of knew that KO was turning on Jericho. But I think how they played it off was just so perfect. It was like KO giving him a gift and Jericho going, "Oh, what's this? This list? Wait, what's my name on it?" And then him just kicking the shit out of it, and him paying a little homage to HBK Marty Jannetty with him putting his head through the TV like the barbershop.
That's right.
That was really I didn't notice that.
You know what?
Good job, Noah.
I just thought of a new nickname for Noah.
Yeah, what?
I'm going to call him the Echo.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
He's the Echo. All right, Echo.
Mr. Macho Me wants to know when Adam's going through a table.
We're working
That's
on it.
That's a very good question. We're trying to get healthy enough, all of us, to fucking do it.
Yeah, we're all going through our own issue. I think Brian's back, and we're going to figure it out. Noah, we're going to let you go, bud. Okay, bye.
Good talking to you, Noah.
Good talk, buddy.
So my thing, my thing with the, I liked the kind of the break of kayfabe, the dropping the fourth wall there. I thought it was, if you're going to break them up at this point, it's cool because when Jericho was talking about the chemistry he had in the past year, and working with KO, I felt the sincerity there. I said a little emotion kind of, crawled up in there with him. And I think that was very fitting right before a major, split up like that. So, I say kudos to the whole segment in general, but I do want the fucking painting.
Yes. Definitely got to have it. I agree with you. It felt like he got a little real. He was being so fake up to that point. It felt a little real.
Yeah.
Fourth wall break.
It was. Stevie, anything on the board?
Right now it's buffering. I can't.
We're buffering. Okay.
Buffering.
I think
Buffering.
KO
anything on the
definitely did allude to it last week at the end of the show when Jericho had told him about it, and just the way he said, "Yeah, Chris, that would be great." It just seemed like foreshadowing, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass next week."
Yeah,
it's going to be next week in Vegas.
I think we just dropped the whole fucking show.
Well, Jordan Kirkland said Triple H has Owens by the nuts. He basically said, "Remember, I gave you that title, and if you do by my bidding, so Joe will do the same."
4.
All right, number 4. If you're wondering why a little kind of change in the feel on the audio show here, we kind of lost all of our connections to the outside world. I think the aliens came in and did their EMP blast and destroyed everything.
Was it the Zim?
The Zim came in.
It was
Negan trying to attack us last time.
So right now we're recording exclusively for the podcast. The YouTube land has been left out in decimation. We apparently dropped 420 frames, which is awesome, by the way. I didn't plan that. So we're gonna move on to number 4 here on the big ass topics. Number 4 was what in the ever loving fuck happened, and what we saw tonight was finally.
It's so confusing you can't even say the topic.
I know. Finally, we had Emelina show face.
She walked out.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and she looked good, Brian.
She did look
I
good.
know she did.
Yeah.
Sounded a little rusty promo-wise.
Yeah.
But,
You shut your fucking dirty mouth.
No.
Just
Brian, she had 20 words to say and she didn't get them out clearly.
Yeah. And then she said that she's going to, and now you're going to wait for the makeover of Emelina to Emma.
So what are they going to do? Are they just are they
What?
just...
What?
She's not going to put the
Like,
Ace
Rob,
Frehley
what did you
costume
say?
back on, is she?
She says the makeover of Emma into Emelina is now complete.
You
and
waited
now
17 weeks for it.
And now she's going to do the makeover from Emelina into Emma.
17 weeks is a significant amount of time.
This is
to be
17
doing
more
that.
weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's longer than... I mean,
Dave
you
Meltzer...
got-
we know the report that Dave Meltzer said that they have literally no plans for her.
Yeah.
Like, literally none.
I think they're just doing this to tease us. That's all they're doing.
They could drag this on for 17 more weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Emelina to Emma.
And you know what? I'm going to fucking watch it every single time because I'm a sucker.
Somebody backstage is pissed off that all the plans they had for Eva Marie got derailed, and now they're turning Emelina into her.
It's true.
In
I
a
was
way,
just thinking this
yeah.
is worse than that.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that was a fun little topic there.
it was quick.
5.
Yeah. Number 5, predictable kind of. So what we saw Raw end tonight, and no, they weren't shoving it down our throats, Adam. It was just a...
It's become the norm now. It's not so rare and milestone like when they have the women main event Raw now. It took us one time, whatever it was, 10 plus years ago. Right. Now we've had a bunch, so it's become the norm. And I agree, if the storyline is proper and if it's a title match and there's a reason and whatever heavy feud, it earned it tonight because, quite honestly, there wasn't much else wrestling wise.
Match wise, it was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I have to agree.
We say predictable.
Even I would agree.
We say predictable because we were pretty sure that that it was a non-pay-per-view, so Charlotte could lose it, setting up a Bayley-Charlotte Mania match, which then Charlotte could win it back. But the circumstances of the show, of the match itself, being Dana Brooke, who saw that coming, I did not.
I forgot about her, actually.
Right, and Sasha coming out and becoming and getting part of it.
I think only Brian was still thinking about her.
I had my mind was set on Emelina, Emma, whatever.
My mind's telling me Emma, but my body's telling me Dana. Wow, so
it's so true is why he's laughing to the left.
Yeah, and you can read right through me.
Here we go once again. We're patting another champion, Charlotte. I mean, New Day made the joke about Charlotte getting all the belts, the title reigns. But
beware, Cena, you said it.
Right now.
You said it, Rob.
Yeah, beware Cena, because she's going to pass your ass over and it's going to be Charlotte Flair with 17. Woo! By next summer.
The only one quicker than Roman is her. The only one quicker than Roman is her at this point.
Have they announced for Fastlane?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, it's obvious they're gonna.
It's a rematch.
They'll probably release it like they did. I don't know if this is where we want to talk about it, but the Teddy Long thing. They'll release it on another media platform because we've had 3 Hall of Fame announcements on ESPN, Fox Sports, and CBS Sports, respectively, instead of any, kind of things on Raw.
The press releases get out before they announce anything.
And not even the headliner, like Rob said, I don't know how many weeks ago, but Rob said this, come on, WWE, this is your flagship. Give your fans something. Then you can promote it on all the media outlets you want, but reveal something first on your own brand.
Yeah, give us something. Just like internet land, give us something, because this next segment we're going to do, the wind is kind of out of our sails because I really wanted to have the board involved in this one. So, let's do a crowdfunding. Let's do a commercial, and then see what happens.
Show me the money.
Hey guys, it's your girl Kiara from Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Since Royal Rumble 2016, we have been striving to bring you an entertaining Smart Mark perspective from the world of professional wrestling. What we do is a labor of love, but new equipment and segments cost time and money. If you have enjoyed our show, we ask that you become a patron and donate what you can to help us continue to improve and grow week to week. Make a donation and we will let you pick a topic or join us for a segment of the broadcast. It's real easy. Go to markedoutwrestling.com and click on the Be a Patron link at the top. We thank you in advance for anything you can do to help. And as always, thank you for the privilege of your time.
Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! You my motherfucker! Show me the money!
All right, so here we are back again. Just us guys. Just us. No one from the outside world. So let's go ahead and
Day 23 from the bunker.
yeah. let's leave the Vince segment for now, because I want that with a live audience. I think it'd be fun, a lot more. So
let's hold off.
We'll hold off on that one. So let's go ahead and jump right.
I see some sign.
You want me to go instead?
Are you seeing some what?
I seen some good sign on the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, we're starting to see some stuff going on.
Do you want me to do an asylum to stall?
We can absolutely. Let me get you some music up here. Let's see here. Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
All right.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions. All right, that's it. Now it's my turn. 5 minutes alone. That's all I need.
So this little asshole rant is a tale as old as time. It's going to involve both brands. I know this is a Raw show, but it's pretty much, it has to involve both brands. This is basically what we do in WWE. We're getting ready for Mania. We're on the road to it. So we need to make sure that all faces have belts just about when we go in. Bray and Randy might be the exception, but that's kind of a heel-heel feud. Tonight, Jericho went face just by KO going full heel, turning on him. You have Bayley as the champ, fulfilling her girlhood dream tonight. Naomi did the same last night. You got American Alpha defending. You've got the club. I guess they're a heel. I don't really count anything that they're doing. Dean Ambrose is the champ on one side. Everybody is kind of a face except for the Bray Wyatt-Randy Orton feud. And I just think that it's a shame that WWE has to telegraph things like that and has to always do that. What happened to the challenger? The challenger being the face. Will he overcome evil? They've gotten away from that in the last few years. And it's just kind of pissed me off that they're doing that now. And I just thought with all these faces, because I think inevitably Goldberg's going to defeat Kevin Owens. So I think that they're just doing it to put faces with belts.
Face to face to face.
Yeah. Face to face to gold, basically.
Face to ass.
And then Lesnar take it back at Mania and then it
I mean, who knows what can happen at Mania?
What do you think, Ryan? You
win.
seem intrigued.
I am. I mean, usually with Mania, I feel like they a lot of the times have the faces, they'll either come out on top, they'll win the belt, they usually want to, they usually want to send the crowd home happy, especially with Mania.
They've gotten away from that though in the past few years, is what I'm saying.
It's true. Yeah,
it's a bunch of faces going in as title holders, and you're like, which heel is going to ruin the WrestleMania moment for the face? I don't know. I just thought it was worth bitching about.
All right, well, you bitch.
You're such a dick.
All right, well done. All right, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do the Rossum Awards, guys. And
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Live from the U Record Studios, it's the Rossum Awards. Here's Rowdy.
Well, as I am fresh off of surgery on my mouth, I am going to avoid my big-time DJ voice tonight for the Rossum Awards and just go straight into the meat and potatoes of the segment, gentlemen, if you are okay with that. Yes. Brian, are you okay tonight? You seem disconnected.
I don't know. You keep asking. How am I disconnected?
Wait. He's disconnected because he was late. He missed the beginning.
That's true, and it's on right in front of me.
So he's engaged over there.
You're engaged.
I'm looking at this, but I'm very engaged.
You are totally not engaged. You're watching Noam Dar and
You're emotionless. I didn't know if we had hurt your feelings in the last week or so, and you I just wanted to.
Brian doesn't have feelings.
Yeah, I have no feelings.
He played a redneck with a noose. He doesn't have feelings.
Let's start with the LOL award of the show for Monday Night Raw. LO, what are you doing? What are you doing? That stop touching everything.
All right, I fixed it.
Lug nut.
Oh my God! You know who broke it before you fixed it?
Me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I did that.
The LOL award moment, funniest moment of the night. Let's start with Medine on this one. LOL award, sir, please.
When Corey said about Enzo, I wonder if he's confused about competing in this match. That made me laugh.
Do you think that was an actual dig?
Yeah, I think that was an actual dig.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to bring it up, so I'm not going to say it. Brian, let's go to you. LOL award moment.
Yeah, just building off of that, Enzo's ring work. I don't know what the heck is going on with the guy, but
he threw himself over the ropes because he missed a cue.
Specifically, that blew my mind.
Dude looks checked out.
I don't get it.
Check the fuck
maybe
out.
Kind of like me, right? Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe he's watching Raw while he's on Raw.
Wellness policy.
Yeah. All right, Adam, what you got for LOL award?
My LOL moment is the creation of Kevin painting. That was awesome.
It was great.
I'm not an art fan to know what the actual picture was that they were recreating, but it was good enough for me to laugh.
All right. Good point there. Steve Awesome.
My LOL is the Festival of Friendship, especially Chris Jericho's part in it. He was hilarious.
He was great. I'm going to give my LOL award moment to me wanting that damn picture. I want that KO picture.
It's called the creation of Kevin.
The creation of Kevin. I want the creation of Kevin on my wall here in the studio for now and forever. So if they didn't destroy it, send it to
commemorate 2016.
Yeah, Kevin destroyed it, but you got to.
Why would you destroy that? I mean, why would you destroy that?
Hang it up, man.
Oh, there you go.
All right, waiting for you guys to shut up so I could drop it.
Our next category is going to be the marked out award, that moment of the night that made you mark out just a little bit. Let's start with Adam on this one.
Mine is Joe's promo. I actually had a mark out moment tonight, and it was Joe's promo, specifically the part where he said, "Why are you asking me about Triple H? This is my interview. You're supposed to be asking me about me."
Right.
I loved that part.
Okay. Steve Awesome with the marked out moment.
Samoa Joe's interview with Tom. It was Michael Cole. All the things we wanted to hear.
Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips hasn't taken his place
here
yet.
Too? I mean, not Tom Phillips. Michael Cole.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, Steve.
Damn.
Medine. I didn't see him, but I know I would have marked out if I had saw Samoa Joe.
Yeah, it was good. Brian.
I'm surprised none of you guys said when Kevin turned on.
I haven't gotten to me, Brian. I haven't gotten to me yet.
All right, so I'll save mine.
Why don't you do yours now?
All right, I'll finish it. When Kevin turned on Y2J.
Yes. The list of KO was my mark out moment.
There we go.
Yes. So
he held it up, and the cameraman did it perfectly.
Whatever. All right, shut up. Number 3. Buffalo.
I agree with you. Tell me to shut up.
The Moveset Award for the individual. I'll start this one because I didn't think tonight was a really highlighty wrestling match type of event. You can give it to the girls. I just say I'll give it to Braun Strowman against Mark Henry. Okay. Easy moveset, no flaws, no botches. Cool. Steve Awesome.
Akira Tozawa tonight was really good.
Oh, yeah. I missed it.
You were out of the room.
I was out of the room. That's right. Very good. Medine.
I'm going to go with Charlotte's knee drop and her upside down in the corner. Looking just like Daddy tonight.
Yeah, just like Daddy.
Looked very good tonight.
Daddy turned it out. All right. Ooh, know what? Brian.
I was out of the room also, obviously, but I put Akira Tozawa just because, I've seen the guy work before, and,
You just knew? You can masturbate the memory now?
I could feel it. I had this like sixth sense.
Yeah, it's like the girl you work with. You don't need a picture anymore.
No.
It's there.
It's burned into my brain.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Adam.
I also had Tozawa. Specifically, he has, I lost track of them, but it was like 20 moves of doom that he had. That whole final sequence that he did was just a long exchange that started on the top turnbuckle and did a bunch of stuff in between. Hard to keep track of exactly how many moves, but that's how he got it for me.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one here. Our botchiest award, the individual or the award of the night for the botchiest of the evening. Let's start with.
Did you do your moveset?
I give it to Braun. Simple one. Botchiest award. We'll start with. Let's do Medine first. Medine.
We're going back to Enzo. Couldn't even get himself over the top rope. It was so bad.
Is there anybody different here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Enzo.
You go either Enzo or it's a tie with Bo Dallas, and because it's his gimmick.
I don't think it was Bo's fault, but okay,
it's not his fault.
Okay, what you got, Adam? What's your difference?
I have the makeover of Emma into Emelina into Emma. I think that was after 17 weeks. That's the fucking shit we got.
It's an individual award. It's not her fault.
Well, no. I say individual because she kind of botched the promo. I don't feel she botched it because she can't say it. I felt she botched it because she is like, I can't believe they're making me do this.
Yeah, it did seem after 17 weeks you'd have it a little bit more spectacular, and she was a little bit more like,
really?
Why am I
This is what I got sent out for? Like, I think that's why she botched it.
I signed with this company to be a wrestler, and you made me a pinup doll for 17 weeks, and then you're
I feel like she kind of likes that, though. I feel like that's part of her personality.
If you looked at the way, it's coming back for you in a second. Just watch her facial expressions.
Don't get Brian locked into the TV again.
He's going to get locked in anyway.
I'm going to stand behind this black curtain right here. Don't watch. Close your eyes.
Wow.
You're like George Costanza moment.
No, we're going to end up seeing the silhouette or some shit.
Rawsomest award of the night. I'm going to start this one out and just say Samoa Joe commanded attention from from everyone that listened, and then beat the shit out of Sammy right after the fact. So, Adam, go.
I got to agree completely. Samoa Joe, from the promo to the attack to the pops, even going back when they were talking about Batista and everybody else, he goes, there's one difference. I don't need Triple H to carry me.
Right. Exactly. So, Brian.
I also had Samoa Joe. The guy's wearing a suit now.
He's just riding our coattails, Brian is.
I know.
He's pulling a Kiera.
What you got for Ross?
A little bit.
I'm going with the cameraman's work during the main event.
Oh yeah,
that's all I'll say.
Is that your 3D?
I think everybody can
3D birth canal kind of movement where
just throughout the match there were different moments, but yes, that was the highlight.
Hey, it's a hymen.
Yeah. Keep people engaged.
Good job, cameraman.
Steve Awesome.
I gave mine to Kevin Owens. The heel turn was as good as Joe's tonight. He really stepped it up there and showed some aggression.
It's weird that they're both heels and did a further heel turn tonight.
I'm just wondering if this is going to be where like
healer
is the KO Goldberg match, is it going to be tainted by Jericho screwing KO out of the belt?
Of course.
Or will Joe and Triple H come out too and it be a whole clusterfuck?
That's what I expected, Rob, but I expected it in a different way. I didn't think that Jericho would get turned on tonight. I thought it would be a build up to that.
I did too.
At Fastlane.
Yeah.
And then actually the Jericho would intentionally cost him the belt, but in a way that Kevin still kept his heelness. I guess like maybe Kevin treating him like garbage for the next 4 weeks or so leading up to.
Right.
And then Jericho seeing who he really is and then trying to help him, and then turns out, hey, you know what? Let me code breaker you. And then he would lose that way. Jericho would come out looking good because, Jericho always does.
Cool. Right. All right. Anybody else everybody, we've all done a Rousemus, right? We're all done there. Okay. JD Awards. Anything for the JD Giggity? I thought one thing I put was Lana looked trashy. That's all I put.
Stephanie McMahon looked good
a good
tonight,
thing, though, right?
Coming out.
No.
Giggity? No? Not for Lana?
Usually I'm down for trashy, but Lana's gone a little bit overboard trashy.
I actually wrote that. I wrote anti-giggity for Lana. She's plummeting fast.
Ooh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she looked like she had the makeover hair of Renee, but she couldn't pull it off, and she was still trying to look the part. I mean, the whole thing was bad. You'll see it.
Too much Rusev Machka.
It's one of them.
Yeah, I actually said that to Rob. I joked. I said I think she got ruined on her honeymoon.
Oh yeah,
because it's ever since then.
It's like one of those chicks you messed with or you dated, and then you see him, you broke up with them. And you see them around the bars, and they're like letting their freak flag fly, and they're just looking worn out every time you see them, getting a little pooches going, leaving with a different guy every night.
Gotcha.
You're not looking pretty, honey. You're looking pretty fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, fucking Old Spice, if you know what I'm talking about.
Heyo.
Let's see. So we can't ask the board what we missed because the board has been taken from us because of the Zim.
Oh wait, we're not going giggity around the table?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there more giggities?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Giggities. Go.
Sasha had that low cut.
Oh, yes, she did.
That low cut dress.
Yeah.
But Brian, didn't you say she reminded you of somebody?
She's starting kind of, I mean, not looking like, but she's got that Sammy Sosa kind of vibe.
Like when he lightened his skin, right?
If you haven't seen him recently, look him up. I mean,
remember what Sammy Sosa used to look like.
But why are you comparing Sasha Banks on the Giggity Award to Sammy Sosa?
That's what I was wondering.
Like
that's where you lost me, boys.
Okay. You see how she normally looks. You go back and look at her. And then tonight, I don't know, maybe the lighting was a little bit bright.
She looked a little. She looked a lot lighter. Yes,
she did.
It had to be the lighting.
Did.
It had to be the lighting. I hope so. We don't want to see her going Sammy.
Well,
Sasha, do not go Sammy.
You said they were in Alaska, right? Isn't that where they were?
They're in Vegas.
No, last week.
No,
this
they
past
were.
weekend.
No,
over the weekend.
They were. They just toured in Alaska.
They just toured in Alaska.
She went to Alaska for a week and she turned pale white. That's what.
I'm pretty sure Enzo was there.
She got some polar bear in her.
Wow. Anything else on the giggity, guys?
It was a Klondike.
Yeah. No, that's not
What
an
would you
interspecies
do
thing.
for a
That's a
Klondike?
gay bear from Alaska. Anyway.
What? What? This is so horrible.
God.
All right, so here, all right, everybody done their giggities now?
Yeah.
All right, so we can't ask the board what we missed. So
Sorry, guys.
We can ask them, but
they're not going to respond.
Actually, I'm talking to the board right now on my phone and have been.
tweeted
Are you really?
that-
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They thought we had a power outage. I think they're still talking as a group somehow in the live stream or whatever because.
Can you see the chat board on your phone?
No, I'm not. No, I'm talking to them on like Twitter and Facebook. I've been talking
our live
to.
feed is shut down. So,
Juan sent me a message, and Noah. I've been talking to them. They're like, we thought you guys had a power outage or something happened or whatever.
Something happened.
Yeah, and I said we don't really know what, but the show must go on. So catch it. You know the parts you missed tomorrow.
We're recording the fuck out of it right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, so here's if you're listening at home, and this is not just for the live audience. This is for you at home in podcast land, our passive listeners as well as our active listeners.
Get involved.
I want you to get involved in the show here for Rossum. This is a Rossum exclusive type of thing. But I want you to give us your own segment. So we have the Roadies Rant. We have the Asshole Asylum. We have whatever the fuck Brian's is.
Brian's here.
Brian gets angry. We have
Brian hulks out or something.
Yeah, we have This Day in History with Medine, which we haven't done in a long time.
Well,
and
sometimes he raps too.
sometimes, yeah.
That's not me.
Let me get to the point here. Okay, girl. Come on, calm down, girls. Steve also has the always the original, the old balls report.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to put together your own segment, and here's the rules.
Swing 'em low.
You can do a segment no more than a minute in length. Okay, I don't need more than a minute in length. If you want to produce your own opening music for it, knock yourself the fuck out. Send it to me via MP3 to marked out podcast@gmail.com.
No shitty conversions like
don't,
Zim does.
Don't send me some
the
fucking.
music has
I'm
to
not
be
gonna.
certain. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend 3 hours looking for a converter for your fucking file. Or send it to me right, or don't send it to me at all. If you want to do a recording for a minute over the voicemail, you can do that. I mean, it won't be as good, but put together your own segment. Name it. Have a topic. Put it together. If it's something that we like, maybe we'll ask you to do more of them throughout the year. Maybe we'll have a vote for the best segment at the end of the year. The next time we have an anniversary
Next
show,
award show.
But we want you to create your own segment and throw it into our show. So we'd love for you guys to do that for us. That would be fun, I think. Right? So that was my whole goal for this segment. And we don't have the board here in the slide, but you hear us at home. So you can do it as well, guys. And again, if you need help, if you would like me,
put your ass into it.
If you would like me to produce an opening bumper for your segment, just give me the guidelines of what you want. Email it to me, and I'll put something together for you.
Crowdfunding
doesn't hurt. I'm doing extra work for you guys. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Yes,
obviously.
I think that's the plug right there.
It is. So there's some things we didn't do tonight, obviously because of our unfortunate situation. So we can go ahead and kind of move on to our smart mark takeaways for Monday Night Raw. Do our final thoughts of our show, and I'll let Steve Awesome go first here with his final thoughts of the night.
I'm going to keep mine brief as usual, but I just wanted to share my experience today that I had. I went to the DMV. I thought I was expecting worse. I was in and out of there 10 minutes. Not even that long, I don't think.
Fucking great.
It was the most pleasant experience I've ever had at a DMV.
Oh yeah. I think if you have a good experience at a DMV, you have to shout that on the airwaves.
There has to. Okay, so hopefully these things will be looking up now.
There we go. The DMV is enabling him because his procrastination got him a reward.
Yeah, and then they shut our internet down.
Right. Yeah. That's the karmic backfire.
All right. That's your final thought?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Medine, do you have a smart Mark takeaway, final thought for the show, bud?
Final thought before tonight, I was thinking about how when Kevin Owens first came in and he was hyped up and he was doing things on his own, he was so strong the way he came in, defeating Cena. We know what he did, but he just came off by himself. And then they gave him that Universal title run, and they kind of took that away from him. And he was doing things sneakily. He was getting help. He was getting help all the time.
No more fight Owens fight.
Guys started. Well, fans. I think fans, in a way, some fans started to turn on him, just thinking that he wasn't a fighting champion, or that maybe this was a character they were trying to water down. The old version of him. But tonight, with his unapologetic beatdown of Chris Jericho, he's reinforced himself as that guy who came in 18 some odd months ago, and hopefully this is a continuation, a steamrolling, so to speak, or a cannonballing, with no pun intended, towards WrestleMania. I just hope that it doesn't get worse from here, or that he doesn't die down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead.
Fuck off, guys. my point was good until you try to ruin it.
I had a Steven
We were getting there. We were getting some steamroller blues, baby.
Oh no, but seriously, the cannonball thing. I mean,
I know.
I had a Steven Rob
to
moment, where Stevie gets you off the rails. You got me that time. I couldn't.
You were setting up so many jump in here, guys. Jump in here. You'll listen back to it and you'll go, yeah, I hear it. I'm
back.
We love
to
you.
The left.
Medine,
Back.
it was a wonderful thought. Look, he's sad now.
Oh,
Brian's disconnected. Now Medine's sad.
I'm here, man. I'm plugged in.
Yeah, you wish you were.
Adam, what's your
hoping the Wi-Fi came back?
Yeah, Adam, what's your final thought?
My final thought is kind of a little bit of a sad realization, especially from a smart Mark perspective. I had this the other night, Rob, when you and I were watching NXT, and it's kind of carried over. It's that I've realized I don't care as much. I like that they have to be good at both. They have to be, but I've started to sour on the guys that are great wrestlers that cannot carry promos and mic skills and entertain me, because after all, this is sports entertainment, and it kind of saddened me, the realization that, and it was spurred a little bit by Apollo Crews. It was spurred by a bunch of other people like that have all the talent in the world and athleticism, but just cannot get a character over for me. And it makes me sad. And part of the reason I'm tying this into tonight's show is tonight's show, from a wrestling standpoint, was pretty garbage. The main event was good. The rest of it was a bunch of spots and finishers and bullshits and short matches. And yet it was a decent storyline one. So I enjoyed myself. And it made me sad inside because there wasn't very good wrestling, and I enjoyed myself.
What was the comment I made when we were talking earlier? I was like, this is one of them shows, them Raws, where if you're in attendance, you're like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
but if
Sammy
you're at home,
and Rusev.
But if you're at home and I've got other projects to do, I can put it on the background and go do my projects.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're not missing anything in the grand scheme of things by missing Sammy and Rusev tonight. But if you're there in attendance, you'd like, oh, good match. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. You done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll do my final thoughts here. And I've been out, obviously, I had my surgery thing going on, and there were some other times when I had to work, and then I was sick another time. And so, 17 has been, as far as Marked Out Podcast, I've been a little bit absent, and Adam has been filling in the reins as we have been. It's not a Roman Reigns reference.
Okay, no capital R.
No.
Okay,
you've been filling in for everybody, kind of taking the heat off everybody while we all get our bodies right and everything. And I wanted to give you a public thank you. Yes, you're very cocky about it, like, oh, I'm fucking here again doing your job for you. But fine. You know what? No. Fuck you. No, here we go.
I was gonna say, you're just praising him for being a dick.
Let me in. No.
We're talking about something else.
You handed it to me as I'm doing my final thought about you
for the future.
You threw. Well, don't put it in my face and distract me from my point while I'm in the middle of my motherfucking point.
Sorry.
What's the fucking cheap pop count, Steve?
Motherfucking 8.
Okay, motherfucking 8. Thank you.
I like your version.
You know what? Let's just get to the point of the goddamn final thought. All right. So thank you for filling in. But
You're welcome.
I got to tell you something. You're a little girl. You're a whiny little girl. You sit here all the time and you do this little puppeteering thing with everybody. And you know what you do? Don't look at me like I'm fucking confusing.
He's doing it right now.
Yeah. he'll sit here and he'll play with something like Bob on the phone or Brian or Steven, and he'll look over at me, a little grin on his face, and he'll do little puppeteering fingers like, I'm fucking working him today and working him, right? He's thinking so badass by it. He's laughing. And the other day,
every time it works, I laugh.
And the other night, fucking during chamber, I fucking started I was doing a little puppeteering on your ass from the moment you showed up here, and I worked you the entire night. And you know what you were the minute we went on the air? And don't look confused like there's no way no one could get me.
No,
you were a whiny, angry little bitch the whole fucking show. So I want to say thank you for filling in for us, but you were exposed. I just wanted to say, I don't know. I had a better point there, but your cheap pop thing fucked up my rhythm.
Yeah, I think your perspective's a little off there, but
no.
If that's what you
no,
it's
exposed. Not. No, I just wanted to show you.
I was exposed after a bad pay-per-view that I got upset about.
No, yeah. you were overly angry last night.
Yeah.
I
was part of it. Okay, if you want to do this, part of it was in defense of you. I was mad because I knew that you couldn't talk very much. And some of the guys in the room, every time you spoke, were like, and I was trying to be really, really respectful.
It made me seem like a dick now.
Yeah, and that made me angry. That was part of it. I don't know if that had nothing to do with me watching the chamber and being angry. So if you controlled my mood during the chamber,
I had something more specific I was going to target on you, but the cheap your cheap pop count thing completely threw my entire script out of my brain.
Oh,
so I appreciate that, and the drugs don't allow it to come back.
Well, without breaking kayfabe, you had nothing to do with the mood if you knew what was going on outside of this.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore right now.
Exactly. So
Vicodin. It's Oxycontin tomorrow. What are you
Vicodin, man.
Oh!
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.